Austin with Stateside Press, and I'm here with Josh Fremd, who returns to action this Friday at LFA 116. How are you?
Hey man, I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
Austin, it's good to talk to you again. First of all, how about them Steelers?
How about them Steelers, bro? Last night I was screaming at my TV like crazy. Hell yeah.
Yeah, bro. Me too, man. I mean, what's going on with the offense? What's your opinion on it?
Ah, man, I would love to give you my opinion, but I know people who know way more than me are having a hard time figuring it out. I mean, there's glimpses of, what we saw last year in the beginning on the 11-0 run. I think this year that the Steelers are just going to do it backwards. We're going to lose 3 games first, and then we're going to go 11-0. But there's glimpses of hope there. It's just that Big Ben can get his stuff together and the offense can get going. Like the defense is always there.
Yeah, it's just like I'm like, is it Big Ben, or is it like or is it just the offensive line is just it's just not there, you know?
It's the offensive line is really tough. It's a very young crew. It doesn't help Ben because he's not as mobile anymore, but it's a little bit of both. You can't blame just one and not the other.
And it's like the offensive line, like we can't get the run game right because Najee Harris is he's a badass.
He's dangerous, dude. Dangerous.
Yeah, no, I'm very hopeful. I'm very hopeful, but I'm just like I can't take a loss to the Browns. You know, I just can't take it. I can't do it.
No, I mean, depending on how things go, the game for the Browns wasn't the greatest yesterday, losing, Kareem Hunt, what's his face, Baker. He looked like he got hurt, but he came back in tough as nails. But Chubb is out. I mean, they're dropping like flies over there. So hopefully, not next week, but following week, we can put it to them.
Yes, I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so. Yeah, I last year it broke my heart that we lost, and it was just
White,
dude.
white. I have 2 buddies from college who are huge Browns fans. I know how my friends with them, but they won't let it go. They'll rub it in your face.
Yeah, God, I hope for your sake we win, so that you can rub it in their face.
Yes, yes.
Um, all right, so I did want to touch on your fight with Gregory Rodrigues. I haven't spoken to you since then. Man, so I mean, it was a winner goes the UFC fight, basically. You know what I'm saying? And
Basically, yeah.
it was just, I mean, what went wrong?
He hit me really hard. I mean, honestly, bro, I've watched the fight over and over again. It's ingrained in my memory. I was winning that fight for the 2 minutes and however odd seconds it was going. I was winning the fight until I wasn't. I was putting the pressure on. I was landing the shots I wanted. I was doing well. My game plan was going well. He hit that blitz on me through like a 4 or 5 punch combo. I missed every single punch except the last punch. He caught me on the side of the head, put me on shaky legs, and I did my best to recover. I felt like I recovered very well. And then I threw a naked inside leg kick and pop, pop right down the middle. All props to him. That's not the same Gregory Rodrigues that fought the last 2, 3 fights that I've watched. He went down to Stanford. He got better. And, more props to him. Props to the guy. I knew that was going to be a tough fight, and it was a 50-50 shot. Either I was going to get him or he was going to get me. It wasn't going out of the first round for sure. Hey, he got me before I could get him, and that's just the game we play.
What were the emotions like afterwards?
Bro, my coach said it best. It's like watching your ex-girlfriend go hang out on a yacht with some rich mother. I don't know if I can cuss on this, but like just rich
Okay.
some bitch, and just flexing. Like I got to see him go live out my dreams. He got signed by the UFC 2 days later, fought 2 weeks later, got a win in the UFC. Props to him. Like he did everything he needed to do. It was a sucky feeling. It took me a while to get over it. I'm still not 100% over it. I don't think I ever will be because it's just an opportunity missed. But it sucked. It wasn't fun. I still went out and had fun that night because I had family come in, but for the next couple weeks, I was pretty depressed.
I mean, I can't imagine. You know what I'm saying? I can't fathom it, and I know it must have been fucking brutal. And but you got this fight coming up, right? To what's saying, like, the best way to get over a loss is to fucking knock the next guy out.
Exactly. And just to play on what my coach said, it's like, the best way to get over an ex is just get under another one. Like, it's just, I have another killer in front of me. I have another dangerous Brazilian in front of me, and I want to go out. Like I said, I was winning that. I felt like I was winning that fight. I was performing the way I was supposed to. I was doing everything right. I just got caught. This time, I'm going to go out there and do the same thing. I'm going to apply the pressure. I'm going to put my game plan forward. And, this time, I don't plan on getting finished. I don't plan on getting hit that much. So I'm just go out there and put my best foot forward.
And I mean, one last thing with that Rodrigues fight. Was there anything that you took away from that fight?
There's nothing from the fight itself that I could have taken. I mean, besides at the end, the naked front leg kick, the lead leg kick, but I know that. I drill that nonstop. I didn't do it at that time, but that's something that I've, just, hey, put to the front of my mind. Most of it for me was more of outside the cage, like my personal life outside. That had no effect on the fight itself, but I do believe that I could make the lead up to a fight a little bit easier on myself by not doing some dumb stuff. I was in great shape. I was mentally ready to go. I was in the best physical shape of my life, so there's no excuses on that part. He did his game plan. He had it perfectly. But nothing technical that I can take from that, just more so like I just got to get back on the horse and go, because I know that I'm capable of getting to the UFC. I know I'm capable of having a career in the UFC. I just have to go out and do the damn thing.
And I'm pretty sure you're very hungry for this fight. I'm sure. So your comeback fight against Renato Valente. What are your thoughts on him?
They call him a dynamic Brazilian. I know he's a black belt. I think that he's tough. He beat a guy who was undefeated before. I thought that fight went very, it was all right. It was okay fight. Nothing exciting, nothing dangerous. I don't think that he has the power to hurt me. Small gloves, anything can happen. But he's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. He's been training with Alex Pereira. I think it's going to be a good fight. I can see it going many ways. All of the ways I see my hand raised. It could be an early knockout, or I'll just drag him into hell. He'll be up at elevation at 8,000 feet. If he wants to make it a 3-round and try and win a split decision with me, I hope he brought some oxygen with him, because I'm going to push the pace nonstop.
What's a perfect outcome for this fight?
30-second knockout. I go out. I party with all my friends and my family. And then I get a call 2 weeks later saying that I'm in the UFC. That's the perfect outcome for me.
That's what I was going to ask. So, a dominant win, do you think that you get straight into the UFC, or do you want a shot at that LFA middleweight title and then go? Like what's?
I'd be lying to you if I said that I don't think about the belt, because that is part of my game plan. That's part of my goals that I've written down for myself. It needs to be a dominant performance. It needs to be a finish. I don't think that if I go out there and I split decision, or even if it's a unanimous decision, I don't think I'll get the call. I think if I win, I'll get another shot at the belt. But if I go out there and I do what I know I can do, I do believe I should be getting the call. If I'm not going to put any pressure, I put a lot of pressure on it for the last one. Like, oh yeah, whoever wins this fight's going, yada, yada. I just want to go out there and fight how I fight in the gym, how every one of my teammates know me, how they see me in the gym. I just want to go and show everyone in Colorado, like, this is who I am. These are my abilities. I'm not putting too much pressure on afterwards. I'll let all that handle itself.
And you're fighting in Colorado. I mean, how's that feel?
Dude, it's awesome. I moved here 2 years ago, and I finally after all the injuries, after all I had a nice little run in LFA, and I never got to fight here yet. So I'm excited to finally get to fight in Colorado, have all the people that I've met, all the real relationships I've formed, and have everyone come out and finally get to see me fight. It was funny. I had a buddy here who I told him I was a fighter, and some people don't really care about sports and they don't pay attention. But he went and watched my fights, and he came to me the next day and he was like, "Yo, so you're like a real fighter. You actually fight." And I was like, "Well, yeah, that's what I told you. I didn't know if you believe me or not." But it's just really cool. I find like everyone gets to see a different side of me. I'm a fun, happy, chill, quiet guy. So they get to come see me do what I do best, and that's fight.
And are your family from Pennsylvania coming in?
My brother is coming in for this one. Both my sisters are working, and my mom is working. I have my uncles; they're a little bit busy. But my brother is coming out for this one. I'm pretty excited. I get to show him, after the fight, just around the city. I'm pretty pumped for that.
Awesome. So that's so cool. Comeback fight. Thank you so much for talking during fight week. If you want to plug your social media, plug your sponsors, the floor is yours.
Hey man, no problem. I love chatting with you. You're a fun guy. Guys, you can follow me at Josh Fremd MMA on Instagram and Twitter. I want to give a huge shout out to all my sponsors. Eddie Holmes back in Pittsburgh. You guys have been rocking with me from the jump. Armina Stone. We'll go Legal Services out here in Denver. Lazy Susan. On the Mark Investments. Thank you guys for always riding with me. I can't wait to go out and perform and just put you guys' name out in lights.